Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play the Final Fantasy Legend 3. Last episode, Weggie, Bwizzy, Bubbles, and Gilda rescued Lara from this southeast cavern from this monster Dogra. So now they gotta take her back to Elan and let Granny know that she's been rescued. But before we go to Elan, we want to farm a little bit of monsters around here. Luckily we got into one right away here. We got two new monsters here. The Trickster Cyborg and the Nymph Beast. So, nothing too special about them. Just want to finish them off. And then there's also another new enemy that we want to get that can only be encountered in the air. We could get back to Elan by walking. But, like I said, we want to get to these monsters that are available only in the air. So, and then we're going to get a whole bunch of new monsters coming up, because when we get to Elan, Granny is going to give us the dive spell, and that'll allow us to go underwater. So we'll be getting a lot of underwater monsters when we finally get to go explore underneath the water. So let's head up to Elan here. And we still have another group of monsters we want to encounter, so just wander around here, float around a little bit. So this game's random encounters are kind of weird. Sometimes you get random encounters right away. Other times you have like really long dry spells where you'll be moving through, you get almost through an entire floor of a dungeon before you get an encounter. So they definitely changed the way that the random number generated. Because both Final Fantasy Legend 1 and 2, the encounter rates seem to be, you know, pretty heavy, but it was like consistent, you know. So here we go, we finally got the other enemy we wanted, that cyborg stranger over there. So we already ran into the thieves and the starfish earlier. The thief was the one that let us do that money glitch that allowed Weggie, though, to become the mighty mouse that he is right now. So, taking the thief out there with one hit. So, Lara contributing quite a bit. Her lit spell, she can probably most of the time one-shot most enemies with it. So, dunk. But once we this is the last new enemy that we need to encounter in the air here. So, after this we'll be able to head right down to Elan and get to let Granny know about rescuing Lara. Luckily, Lara's going to stay with us. We apparently have to take her to the future, or, well, not to the future, but to the present, which is, I guess, the future, considering that we're currently in the past. Good old time travel. So, Lara, like I said, she'll stay with us until we get to the present time. So, we'll take advantage of her as we go to farm some other enemies. Thank you. Granny, we need to take this girl to our elder, but he's on a journey. No, the elder in our era. I see then. Take good care of her. Of course. And this is for you. Receive dive. What's this? It's dive. Use it as a shore facing the water, and you'll go in. Push A to dive. Tired? Rest at the hot springs. But unfortunately, the hot springs don't do anything. You have to stay at the inn. Yay! Granny is back now. So let's give that dive spell. We can give that to Weggie. That way, Weggie can actually cast some magic. Those travel spells, they don't cost any magic points to use, so it doesn't matter that Weggie doesn't have any magic. And since he's the in the front of the party, it just cuts down on the amount of menuing you have to do. So now it's like the float magic, but you can only use it when you're standing on the edge of water. So you use it, you turn to this bubble, and then you can move around on the surface with the bubble, but you want to press A to go underneath to get to a new map. So can you use the magic dive? Yep, that's how we're here. Now we're going to learn that pretty much everybody in this town can use the dive magic. Oh, no one else is in the inn. If Ephraim is the seed of an intelligent tree, but it only grows on ripe soil. Find it somewhere. Well, we're gonna find it actually in this town. And then we know where the ripe soil is. The ripe soil is by the southeast cave where we rescued Lara. There's a new item there, the grenade. We'll buy a silver sword. That'll be an upgrade for Gilda. Should be a little bit stronger. We'll also upgrade some of the equipment coming up soon, defensively. Those Bwizzy will eventually become a cyborg. And those items, they're like the TNT, the grenades and stuff. They're really good. They're like one-use items, but they give a lot of stat bonuses to cyborgs, and cyborgs will be similar to the monsters and the robots in that they have their own set of talents and skills to use. So you can give them that weapon, they'll get all the bonuses from that weapon, but they don't have to use that weapon, because like I said, it's a one-time use only thing. So they'll be able to never have to worry about using that one-time used item. So we'll buy some throats there, they cure the mute status. And then we buy elixirs, which are basically like elixirs in all the other games where they max out your magic points and your hit points. So it's like an inn for one person. So we're gonna buy a new item here. The pendant will also get iron boots for all our characters, and not iron boots for all our characters. Iron boots for Bwizzy and for Gilda. We don't need them for, like I said, for Weggie and Bubbles, because them being monster and a robot, they don't have to worry about those things for defense. We will get them though, the pendants. The pendants, they provide an anti-curse, so it'll keep our characters from getting cursed. Those plumes, they keep our characters from being put to sleep. So, and like I said, they're pretty good for giving magic defense. The pendants give 7, the plumes give 3. So, yeah, like I said, most of the time, accessories, they just increase your magic defense, and they usually prevent some sort of status from attacking you, from working against you. So that's why we can still use them for the monster and for a robot. So that's one of the few things that we'll still be buying for them. So we end up getting that Ephraim seed already. A weird disease is widespread in Lara here. That's the one that's turning the people into water hags. Everyone knows dive here. That's why they can. Like ships are full of treasure. That's why they can live under here. It's too dangerous to go outside of town. Well, that's okay, because we're tough. We'll be able to do it. So, and we are heading on out. And we could go straight up. There's a shipwreck to the north, but I'm trying to get into a battle here because there's some sea monsters that I want to encounter that are like only encountered in the sea. There's different type of enemies that are encountered in the shipwrecks. So I was trying to farm this one encounter to get some enemies. So that's why I took the long way to get. But the world wraps around itself, so we could have made it quicker to go to this shipwreck by going straight up north, but I'll try to get that thing. So there's TNT. It's another one of those one-use items. It'll be really good for cyborgs because it gives good stat bonuses, but you don't want to use it or else, because if you use it in battle, then you will lose all those stat bonuses. But I said it's good on a cyborg because you get those good statuses, and you get those good stat bonuses, and you don't have to use it because you can just use one of the cyborg talents or cyborg skills. So here's some monsters we could have run into. I said that we were going to try to farm those baby D monsters back in the southeast cave, but I also, when I was doing my research and stuff, I realized, hey, they also appear in shipwrecks. So I might as well just get them here in the shipwreck because there's other enemies here that we want to farm in shipwrecks. So now the past only has one shipwreck in it. The present will have 2, and in the future will have 3. If you miss a shipwreck in, you know, a past event or past era, you can always get the stuff again in like the future era. So like this shipwreck will be in the present and in the future, but so you can explore it at any time. But I just want to explore it here because they have different enemies, different enemy encounters in them. So like I said, we want to encounter all the different enemies. So we're just going to farm them in each of their things. And unfortunately, it's not like Chrono Trigger, another game from Square that has time travel in it. In that game, like if you go to the future, pick up an item in the future, and then go back, you can pick up the item again in the past. So you can't, we can't like go into the future, raid this shipwreck here, then go back to the present, raid it again, and then go back into the past, raid it again, to get like 3 times the items. It doesn't work like that. So yeah, if you loot this ship in the future and then go back to the past, it's still looted. So yeah, they don't let you triple dip. Others, like I said, you just wait to loot the treasure, loot the ships in the future, then you can loot them in the present and the past. But it doesn't work like that. So might as well just loot each ship as it appears in its time zone. Now, like I say, we can get the different enemies. So here's three totally new enemies: Mad Boars, Tom robots, and the Fire Lizard monster. Those werepigs, they were beasts. So we got beast monsters and robots. Just don't have a cyborg in this little group here. So that's pretty neat. Bubbles there has a counter ability, an innate counter ability. That boning, so when someone attacks her with a physical attack, it's like they get boned. No, we don't want to eat that meat, so we're good. And we got all the enemies in there. Now we're going to head back. We're right near where the southeast cave is. So we might as well just plant that Ifram seed there. We found in Mew, so press B to get out. And let's plant that seed here. This must be the ripe soil. And we sow the Ifram seed, and now when we go to the present, there'll be the Ifram tree will grow there. So let's use the float magic to get up to the temple, near the temple, and then we'll jump back down onto the water, use our dive magic, dive down, and try to find those last few monsters. So, and we get lucky and we get them both at the same time, and we get a first strike, which means that we get to just attack them before they attack us. So we got monsters, both types, water monsters, the adamant tortoise and the rays. Nothing too special about them, so they're pretty weak, especially now since we did some like leveling. We got Lara with us, so yeah, finish him off in basically one turn. And there we go. And that gets us all the monsters that we need to in this era, so we can head back to the present. As soon as we head to the present, though, we're going to give up Lara. So, if you wanted to do some, farming with her, you can do it right now. But like I said, we don't need to farm for money or really experience because, Weggie's already pretty much breaking the game for us. So here we are, we're back in the Talon. We can install 2 units. So we can install the Flushix and the Rover. The Rover is an engine weapon or an engine part. You can use it to eventually we're able to take the Talon outside of the temple, and basically the rover allows you to drive across land, and then there's going to be another one. There's going to be like a floating one that'll allow you to go on land and across water, and then there's a soaring one that lets you fly. So, Elder, please take care of her. Laura, we saved her in the past. All right, we must be careful with our children too. Thanks, Elder. Oh yes, Cronus and Elan found something. You should go there. Alright, now we know where we have to go. Lord's magic will save the city someday. Thank you for helping me. See you again, Weggie. And Dion, he's going to train himself to be a fine warrior like us. And what he's going to have to use a money exploit to become a super mouse like Weggie. Alright, let's head to the south, and we can check out that tree, that Ephraim tree. We'll see that it has grown. Basically, every single one of these time frames is like, I say 15 years, according to the manual. What the? It's me, the Ephraim tree. You can talk? I just did. Ask me something. Okay. Then are there units around here? I saw Ashura collecting them. Thanks. And Ashura is in that tower right over there. That's where we'll be going in our next episode. But first we have to go to Cronus because he has something for us, and that tower we'll find out is locked. So take care, have a good one, thanks for following along, and see you in the next episode. Bye!